everyone, this is Block and I. Welcome back to another video on the Great Builds YouTube channel. And today we're going to be talking about the big updates in the LEGO City. Now, if you're a keen viewer and you notice I didn't post last week, that's because, well, I didn't have enough stuff done for a full video. So, here we are. And this video will be talking about all the buildings that I previously had in my LEGO City previous display, but have now added into the new models for the display. Some things have changed, some things have remained the same, but this is mostly just a review of the buildings that I had in the previous city now that they are in the new layout. Now, if you're a previous viewer, you might be looking at these buildings that I'm showing you now and being like, wait, why are you not using Creator Modular buildings? And I feel like that's something that every other LEGO City building YouTuber does. They use the modular buildings, and sure, those are great, but my city was originally built on the premise of being built on a budget, and those sets are expensive and big. Whereas these city buildings, which are from the various LEGO Creator 3-in-1 modular buildings, or the mini modulars as I've been calling them, these buildings are more cost-effective, and they're better scaled to minifigures. And I like doing stop animation, so minifigure scaled buildings are very much of importance to me. Now, additionally, these buildings also are smaller, which means you can fit many more of them in a smaller space. So, let's get right into the review, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, first of all, you'll notice that some of these buildings don't yet have back walls to them, and in my previous LEGO City display, that was fine. I didn't need to worry about that because they were enclosed blocks. Now, in this city, it's a little bit different, because you can see the back of almost every building. So it will be something that I need to modify in the future. Now, that's pretty easy to do when it's all said and done, so we'll get to that later. Now, the first area here has these two little side buildings, which are part of the B model of the LEGO Creator 3-in-1 Noodle Shop sets. However, one's been mirrored, and I changed the color of the awnings a little bit, as well as making one a news shop, and the other one, which I was going to dismantle, will now be turned into a small pop-up shop of some sort. And in the middle, we have one of many buildings that come in the main model of LEGO Creator's 3-in-1 Main Street set. This is the music shop. Speaking of the LEGO Creator 3-in-1 Main Street set, here we also have another building from it, which is the coffee shop. Now, I think this looks pretty good, and I've moved some of the seating to be over here instead of in front of the building, and I think that's a good choice. Now, moving across the tracks here, we have the firehouse, and this firehouse is rather interesting because it's not a LEGO Creator set. If anything, this is a standard LEGO City set that I've modified to have a closed back and expanded the back to work better with the larger scale fire trucks I've got. Now, this is not modular like everything else in my city, meaning this will stay in one place because this is a large building and there's no way I want to have to move this again. And the reason it's over here is because I do have a branch fire department building we'll take a look at in a minute, but for right now, this is going to be helping the main city with their fire needs. Now, over to the other side of the street, we have the observatory from the LEGO City Spaceport set that I used in my previous city, and I decided to keep this even though I removed the rest of the spaceport because I felt like it would be fun to have like a planetarium or just observatory hanging out in the city. Plus, it has a garage beneath it, and that's a good place to store more cars. Behind that, we actually have the Dragon Master statue from my previous city display, now with a black, and it's not in the middle of the city because of the fact that I decided to change that to a different statue. Now, moving over to the rest of the harbor, the only other thing I've really done is added a pretty cool lighthouse. This is the lighthouse I used in my previous LEGO display, and is from a upgraded model of the LEGO City Coast Guard set that I got when I was younger. Now, let's move on over to the beach. So, here we are at the beach, and we have the LEGO Creator 3-in-1 Beach House main build. It's an old set, but I think it looks good. There's a white picket fence dividing that from the main beach, and the main public beach has the pizza place like it always has, and it's going through some slight revisions, just changing the colors of some pieces, but nothing too big. And we have my modified LEGO Friends 4 Plus donut shop, but of course it doesn't look like a 4 Plus set anymore now that it has 3 walls that were now fully built in, and a roof. So, that looks pretty good. Additionally, there is the next building from the Creator 3-in-1 Main Street set, which is the record shop. And on top of the record shop, there's a band playing music that is meant to be showcasing the music to the people on the beach to give them a good time. And of course, looking at the front, we just have the standard building for the front of that. Now, moving over to the set in the center here, this is the LEGO Friends Emma's Art School, but I've actually rebuilt this into a more plain building without all the vibrant colors, and of course, it previously served as like the town hall of my previous city. However, in this city, it's now just back to being a school, since now the government is run by the Ninjago Temple and the Emperor and Empress. So that's interesting. Additionally, just want to quickly showcase the fact that I'm still keeping the Great Build signs around. I really like that as a billboard, and of course, we have a train station here that's meant to be able to help people get off the train when they want to go to the beach or to the amusement park that I'm building soon. So, definitely a fun little area, but I think I would love to expand the train station in the future. Now, starting off with the back row, we have the final building from the Creator 3-in-1 Main Street set. Man, this had a lot of good buildings in it. And this is the Creator 3-in-1's main build of the hotel. And this is pretty cool. It is a stationary corner, which means I kind of have to keep it a corner, but that's okay, and I think it looks really good here. Plus, it'll give plenty of places for people to stay. Now, the train station here is the biggest train station of the three, and this is like the main train station. It's also where all of the different switches for the tracks are. So, we have one train parked at the train station right now, but it's basically the same train station I've used all this time, but I did upgrade the floor plan of it just a bit. And now, it has more room for minifigures and easily aligns with each side of the railroad tracks. Now, moving over to next to that, we have this really cool Creator 3-in-1 modular from the Creator Deli set. Now, this is the main build, but minus the little corner section. So, this is now a flat building. And it's mostly done with hinges, and of course, I had to add a backside to it. So, let's take a look at that. So here's the back of the corner deli set, and it basically just expands upon everything that I did for the first corner deli by keeping up with the added floors and adding some balconies to the back and adding a door that goes out to the sort of, I guess you could say this will be an alleyway section, but I think this works pretty well. Additionally, we have the branch fire department, which is just going to help with the residential, mountain, and farm area when it comes to fires. And of course, we also have the really cool Creator 3-in-1 mini modular of the Park Street Apartments, minus the park corner section, and a little dumpster there too. Now, this train station will not remain the same. This is just a stand-in that I got from the previous amusement park build I did, but I really want a train station to be over by the Botanical Gardens as well, so some people can get off there. Now, also, we have the Mail Tower, which is a post office with a bunch of different offices and apartments on top, and this is just built to be in scale of the mini modulars, but built to use the colors of the original LEGO City post office stuff. So, that's pretty cool. Now, moving on to this corner here, this is one of the best buildings in the city, in my opinion, and this is the upscaled version of the LEGO Creator 3-in-1 toy shop. My brother helped construct this for the city, and I couldn't be more grateful because this is one of the best looking buildings in the entire city that's not an official set. Now, I wanted to get this in a better spot than the last time in the city, because the last time it was in the city, it was kind of hidden in a back corner, but here, it's right front and center when you walk in to see it, and it looks great here. Next to it, we have the other parts of the B builds for the noodle shop, and instead of having the sort of like repair centers beneath it, we have the entrance to a parking garage and an ice cream shop. Definitely love the texture on the floor in the ice cream shop. That looks pretty cool. But speaking of the noodle shop these are based on, well, here's the main builds, and they've been given an extra story and mirrored just like they were in the previous city, but now they're like right front and center, and I also added these two noodle signs to each side of it because I think that looks pretty good. Additionally, there's a vending machine here as well, because you gotta have more vending machines here. Now, additionally, we have in the middle here, between these two train tracks, where you can only have an 8-stud wide building, we have the LEGO Friends accessory shop, but I've doubled it up, so there's like 2 stories on it now, and it's a pretty cool idea, and adds a splash of color to the city, which is much needed. Across from that, we have the very first skyscraper I made, which surprisingly is the only building that can fit in this one section of the city because of the way the curved track works. So, I basically, for this one, I just moved the door to the other side and used a 1x6x6 door frame and doors that I got from the Pick-a-Brick wall a while back, and I'm definitely excited to use it here because this does really add some height to the city, but I'm afraid it might not be the tallest building when we're done with this place. So now we move on to the final part of this LEGO City update, and it's not really for the city. This is a tapestry. Now, I was previously inspired to do something like this with a sky backdrop thanks to Brixie, where his studio has a pretty awesome painted backdrop for clouds, which makes it look really good. And I thought it would be cool for stop animation as well, but, you know, I don't want to ruin any of the other stuff I have on the walls here. I have all these ribbons that I got for different LEGO competitions. I have the LEGO Ninjago minifigure board, which probably should be updated. I have some other cool minifigures that probably deserve to get added to that now. And, of course, I can't cover up these chickens permanently. That wouldn't be right. So here, I've decided to hang this up with Velcro command strips, and this is pretty awesome because basically I can move it wherever I want, and I can easily buy more of these because if you want one of these, they're like 20 bucks on Amazon. They're pretty cheap, and they really do impact the display quite a lot. So mine isn't connected on the bottom yet. I have yet to do that, but I wanted to showcase what this looked like, and I am pretty happy with it. So definitely would recommend doing this for your own LEGO displays. It's something simple, and it adds a lot of different texture to the backdrop of your display without having to ruin any walls, and on top of that, it really does make stop animation look much better when you have a cool backdrop. Plus, look at how cool the mountain looks when there's something behind it like that. So that's all I've got for this video. I know I haven't been posting as regularly as I would like to, however, I do have plans for the next part of the LEGO City, so that should be a video that comes out soon, and for weeks when I don't have videos coming out for the city, I do have some reviews that I'm working on that should be ready to come out in the event that I don't have the ability to post something for the city. So, the next time that we touch the LEGO City, it'll be to put the rest of the farm back in and do some custom farm builds as well, because, well, right now I can see where all the farm animals and other farm stuff goes, and it looks really sad to have it all packed away like that. So it's time to get that put back together. And who knows, maybe the botanical garden will get built in there too with that, because I feel like they kind of go hand in hand in this display. Now, I do have a lot of empty space in the city, and I wanted to ask you guys in the comments if there's anything you would want me to add to a city. Any particular, like, stores or any places like restaurants that you would want me to add. I'm all for adding more stuff, and I've got a bunch of places where I'm not exactly sure what's going to go where. So definitely am looking for some advice and inspiration on that. So I'll be checking the comments and seeing, hey, if there's any good ideas, you might see your idea featured in another video. Along with a shout out to go with it, by the way. Now, that just about does it for everything in this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know it was a pretty long one, but I hope you stay tuned for the next one, and I hope you all have a great day.